and just a video on substitution. Okay, substitution. And you can think of substitution as if you had, say, a game of basketball or something like that, and you had, let's just say, you had a game of basketball, and this is not a very good basketball court. Will is going to kill me. So a game of basketball, and say you had player X on here and you played Y on here, and the coach says, okay, X, I don't want you on the ground anymore. I'm going to replace you for someone else. In fact, I'm going to replace you for the number 3. Instead of having X on here, I'm going to replace you with 3. And similarly, Y, okay, Y, you're not on the ground anymore. I'm going to replace you with -7. Okay, so instead of Y comes off, -7 comes on, and that is substitution. Just like if you play basketball, you know you do a substitution. You blow the whistle and you say, I want to do a substitution. That's exactly what's happening here. Okay, so I'm just going to launch straight into some examples. Okay, so something might be substitute X equals, let's just do 3 because we did it up there, into let's just do 2x plus 13. Okay, so what we're doing is we're looking at this expression here, and instead of writing x, we're writing 3. So we're substituting in x equals 3. Instead of writing x here, we're writing 3. Okay, so if we do that, we get 2 times, but instead of writing x, we're going to write 3 because that was our substitution, plus 13. Okay, so substituting there, 2 times 3 is 6, 6 plus 13 is 19 is your answer. Okay, so just can make sure you understand that we've got an expression here, 2x plus 13, but the coach has said, okay, x, you're coming off. So x goes off and 3 comes on. Instead of writing x, we're going to write 3, and then you just evaluate what it's equal to. 2 times x, 2 times 3, plus 13. Okay, I'll do a bit more of an harder one. Substitute x equals, obviously I'll use these exact ones from above, and y equals -7 into x squared minus 2xy. Okay, let's substitute those values in. Okay, so firstly, we've got x squared, but instead of writing x, we're going to write 3. So that will be 3 squared minus 2 times, remember this means 2 times x times y. Okay, so 2 times x, what was x? X is 3 times by y. Y was -7. Okay, now just be careful with these, use BidMath, go slowly, just do it one piece at a time, don't muck this up. This is often messed up by students. 3 squared is 9. What do we have here? We've got -2 times 3 times -7. So let's times all these together. Firstly, we've got a negative there and a negative there. So the answer is going to be positive because we're timesing a negative by a negative. Okay, and then we've got 2 times 3 is 6. 6 times 7 is 42. So it'll be plus 42. Get good at this. I often see students messing that one up. Okay, just get good at your BidMath, doing one thing at a time. 9 plus 42 is 51, and there's your answer. Okay, a couple more examples. You'll often use formulas. I'm going to pick some classics in using formulas. So you just need to get really used to using formulas because it's going to come up all the time. There's lots of classic ones like E equals mc squared. You would have seen. We've got F equals ma. V equals IR. There's all sorts of ones, and so I might just use one of them. Okay, so in the first example, find E if m is equal to 4 and c is equal to -2. Okay, using this E equals mc squared formula. Okay, so let's go. So therefore, E is equal to, and we're just going to substitute these values into here. So this means m times c squared. So it's going to be 4 times and then c squared. So it's going to be -2 squared. So instead of writing m, I've written 4, and instead of writing C, I've written -2. Now just be careful here. It's powers first. Bid mass, you need to do brackets and indices first. Okay, so that's 4 times -2 squared. -2 times -2 is 4, so it'll be 4 times 4, and the answer is 16. Okay, another example. Find f if m is equal to 1/8 and acceleration. Oops, yeah, I told you what that is. I'll tell you what these formulas are in a second. I'll just finish this problem off. And a is equal to 24. Okay. So again, all you're doing is substituting them in. F equals ma. Remember, this means mass times acceleration. Whoops. M times a. So that's 1/8 times by 24. Remember, if you're timesing fractions together, you can write that as a fraction if you want, and you get, you times the top lines together, and you times the bottom lines together. 24 divided by 8 is 3. Okay, and there's your answer, 3. So what do these formulas mean? You're going to come across these, no doubt. Energy is equal to mass times the speed of light squared. That's Einstein's theory of relativity, in how to figure out the energy created when a mass is travelling at the speed of light. Okay, I don't understand this. Don't ask me. It's highly technical, very, very theoretical. Ask Stephen Hawking about this. This one is the force of any object, how hard it hits you, is equal to its mass times by its acceleration. So the faster it accelerates, and the faster, the heavier that more dense it is, increases its force. And this one is the voltage in an electrical circuit is equal to its current times by its resistance. And so that's also, these are all very, very well known formulas. So that's it for substitution. Come and see me in class, any problems.